though she works tirelessly from dawn to dusk to care for her family, Afua Akoto is only able to get some tubers of cassava from the farm she waits every day. This structure is home for her and her 2 grandchildren. Broken pots, broken buckets, scattered dirty clothes, old trunks and dirty bowls. Her husband left her 40 years ago and she has never set her eyes on him again. From then on, it has been struggling and juggling from one job to another to fend for the family. Poverty, she says, has drained all her youthful juices. She defines poverty.
Poverty is when you have no money to buy food or cater for your daily needs, and you cannot go begging for food from people's houses.
Afua rises at 4 a.m. She returns home at 3 p.m. with some tubers of cassava or 10 Ghana cedis. On days she is given cassava by her employer, she hurries home to put some food on the table for her grandchildren. First, she cuts the cassava into pieces and uses her improvised grater to make cassava dough. Afua Akoto starts her fire to prepare banku for lunch and supper. She says sometimes they go without food if strength fails her and is therefore unable to go and weed. They have no choice than to survive on water. Afua has 2 children who have both left for the city in search of supposed better living conditions. Many times, Afua is left to battle life alone. She cleans and does many domestic chores alone. Afua sometimes thinks back on her youth when she served a relative in the city. She says those were dark days and draw tears. The 2 plywood planks are a bed for her and her 2 grandchildren. She has not slept on a mattress for decades now, and what broke the entire crew was when she confessed that the clothes on her were picked from a nearby refuse dump. She also walks barefoot. One of Afua Akoto's wishes is to afford at least a beef loaf and tea as breakfast every morning and also eat properly before she dies. 17-year-old Kwekunti is Afua Akoto's grandson. He makes shapes from used water bottles and a helicopter with bamboo. He dropped out of school many years ago due to financial constraints. This story so moved our team such that we contributed and bought a few items for her. She prays that help will come someday somehow from any individual or benevolent organization so she too can sleep on a mattress and live comfortably in better surroundings before she leaves this life. If you can, do extend a helping hand to Afua Akoto, because together we can hold each other up, especially the most vulnerable. Beatrice Sanaju, GBC News, Daddy Ase.